shit, man. I see that work everywhere. They know it's over. That's gonna make that rap come too, man. Esau mad, man. That's gonna not want him no more at
That's
all.
gonna be that's probably breaking camel back when he willing to switch up on him.
It's happening. It's happening, man. Already. Yep, yep. Shalom, y'all Shalala. Hebrew Israelites toss up Oklahoma. What's going out here? Props out down for Babylon the Great. First things first, head to the east. Give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Shah,
Shah,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakadash, the Pedal Hooper Son, creating as a Father, Son, Holy Spirit, double honor. Apostle Elders, a great millstone. Shalom, sister, brothers, living is true. Shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. Come to talk today, Yahshua. What's happening is, hey, Esau's getting ready to make his move. You know, get ready to bring that sword. Before he bring that sword, Esau don't want too much bloodshed. So what he gonna do? You know, one of his top attributes, he about to use that finesse game. He about to go get the Sambo Coon Jakes, the wicked Israelite man, and see if the wicked Israelite man could walk Jake on down to the slaughter real nice and easy. You know, he want to make this thing easy for him. What they call that, softening up the target. So the 2/3 of our nation, they don't want to hear the words of Yahweh Shah. He's going to use his agents. You know, check out my lesson, clergy response team. He's gonna use the pastor pork chops, the the Hebrew Israelite false leaders. He's gonna use them to walk Jake down into camps to go get the device, nice and easy. You want to make it, you know, y'all go down, get that. That way he ain't got to. He can like make the nation smaller. The way he know who's gonna be hard to deal with, and the ones he can get easy, he gonna do that first. And then you know the moves he making, he gonna do that because he's lining their pockets up. You know, Nate got a lot of money, got a big bag. They just put $1 billion in TD Jake's pocket, you know, to elevate him on a high platform. Jake, you know, they like to listen to the rich man. And so that's the walk Jake down to the slaughter real easy, man. So that's part of them tactics they use. We're not ignorant to Satan devices. So they gotta elevate Jake, make him rich, give him a certain status, kind of like a cult leader, man. Go down, make you drink the Kool-Aid. Except this time it's gonna be putting a device in your body, you know, and get Jake that way, man. That's an easy move. That's why at this time it's very vital and important that we know who we are and you know who the real leaders are. If you follow some false leaders, you know, like they already got what's I know it's when you in pledge Christianity, are you in one of these false Hebrew Israelite groups? One thing they do is make you do paperwork. Put your name down, your address, kind of like a job application. That way Esau can have in the database where you at. They can knock on your door, drag you out your house, and hey, put you off in that camp. You know? So that I got to open precept for it.
This is the book of Ecclesiastica, aka Sirach, chapter 13. We start at verse 22. It says, when a rich man is fallen, he has many helpers. He speaks things not to be spoken, yet men justify him. The poor man slips, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. Verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he said. They extol it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. All right, and so right here when it says when a rich man is falling, okay, so you got a perfect example of that is when Bishop T.D. Jakes, who lost his congregation by trying to use some of the talking points that Kevin Samuel used in the church. He lost his congregation, so he's falling, right? And then he said he had many helpers, okay, just like I just mentioned, he got help, and so he ended up getting that $1 billion. Okay, that's the rich, that's the rich man, all right. And then he said when the poor man speaks, you know, you got the apostles and elders, a great millstone. You got brothers like us. We speak. They look at us crazy. They mean muggers. They walk past us. They scoff at us. Okay? And so if we were to stumble, they're going to help overthrow us. And eventually that's going to happen. They're going to try to help us overthrow us. All right? You know, they're going to use those AI technology. They're going to try to condemn us. And the people, specifically the 2/3, they're going to give us up to the rich man. All right?
Why is that? Because we represent the poor. A lot of us work jobs to support our ministry, man. We're not rich men. We don't have a big status in Babylon the Great. We're not liked in the world. We ain't got the big bag. We ain't flashy. You know, we out here with lowly garments, so we represent the poor. That's why in the scriptures you read it, I'll say, blessed be the poor. Now, a worldly 2/3 Jake, look at the poor, you know, that's a bad thing. And you know, nigga culture, you know, if you poor, you ain't nothing. So when we tell them that, you know, the MOTB is that device, you know, that CHIP, you know, they looking like, man, who is he? I ain't listening to this broke nigga. You know, who is he? Nate said it's sin. So I'm gonna roll what Nate say. You know, they got the fancy garments. You know, he throwing concerts, celebrities. You know, he got the big bag. And then they look at TD Jakes. TD Jakes got big mega churches. He got lots of money. He's got $1 billion. So they say, what did TD Jakes say the MOTB is? So they want to hear what TD Jakes got to say because he's elevated in this, you know, in this society. So we tell them, and we tell them the truth. You see, we poor though. When you got the spirit of righteousness in you, and you represent something, Esau's not going to elevate you in this kingdom. Like, you're not going to be rich. The way to be rich in Esau's kingdom, you got to be wicked. Most of you got to be a Momo. You know, you got to do his bidding. Like, if you lead Jake to the slaughter, are you going to do something bad for your nations and people? Esau line your pockets up for that. You say you want to help your nation out, tell them the truth. Oh, you bring the truth to the scriptures, Esau showed on like that. Esau ain't about to give you $1, man. Really, he's going to demonize you. You know, when Esau demonizes you, if the people are following what Esau say, they're going to do the same thing. That's why that scripture that said, when the poor man slipped, they seek to overthrow him. Because see, everybody, a worldly person wants to be on the winning team. But right now, it's like Esau is winning because he has the military, he has the money, he has the media system, he got everything. You know? So we was like, do bad or something happened or there's an accusation on us, the 2/3 like, yeah, I knew them brothers wasn't no good. Yeah, I don't like them, man. And they're going to help Esau overthrow us. You know, we like TD Jakes, we some, you know, a nigga. We was up here doing Easter programs and doing concerts, and we had an issue. Hey, they'll come defend us, man. They might go do a protest. Got Black Lives Matter, you know, they be trying to help us out because we got money. But we ain't got no money, man. We represent the poor, man. We work jobs. You know, we like check to check, you know, and we ain't got a big facility. You know, we ain't got 100 niggas behind us. We ain't marching in the streets in unison. So Jake like, man, I don't want to be with that camp. I want the camp with a lot of followers. I want the camp that got the fancy garments. You know, I want to go to TD Jakes, man. He got the church looking good. He got the nice suits on, Armani suits, the Rolex. You know? Yeah, speaking that good talk, that prosperity doctrine. Like, if you do what I do, you get money. You know, Jake love to hear that. Jake like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to get like TD Jakes. I want that money. They don't know that these men are like ravenous wolves in sheep's clothing. They're to do Jake bad, man. They're to send Jake to his death. Because they're not giving you no truth, man, especially a pastor pork chop. He teaches the doctrine of Esau, sweet baby Jesus. And like a person like TD Jakes. TD Jakes knows the truth. Nate know the truth. But they don't teach the truth because ain't no money in the truth. They teach, you know, to get money. Filthy lucre. That's what they preach for, man. They trying to get their bag up. We trying to get on chariots, man. We trying to get the kingdom. So our doctrine is not world friendly. You know, it might hurt your feelings. You might get a cut, but it's the truth though, man. You gotta take the cuts and shape up, and you gotta fit the mold of your Habashiyah Rashad, man. We're not gonna come out that smooth thing and come with some cookie cutter stuff to make you feel good. No, we're here to tell you the truth, and you gotta take it how it is. We gotta take them cuts and get right. You know, it's like training. You know, it is what it is. And then, like, you can't pay attention to these false leaders, man. You're going to see it, man. They're gonna walk Jake down real easy, man. And Esau setting up, like, you know, good job. Kind of like that movie. We don't watch that, what's it called? Judas and the Black Messiah? Yeah. Like that, man. Same scenario. All Esau got to do, find a 2/3 Jake. Now, all he loves is money. That's why I see now say the love of money is the root of all evil. No, loose paraphrase. Find a Jake that love money and he'll do Esau's bidding. You know how our people is. If Jake can talk good and he got money, it's a rap. Kind of like a pimp. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, this is Matthew 6:20. Go to help with the brother talking about how selling out your soul for money is setting up treasures in the world. He says, but lay up for yourself treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there is where your heart also be. Shows that by us having faith in this word, we're storing up our treasures in heaven, where eventually it's going to be our destination. And other people, when you seek money, you're looking to store up your treasures in the world. And when it comes time for the elect to be saved, that's where you're going to be, where you stock up your treasure in the world.
Right. And
Gonna be on earth.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part right there, because when it says lay up yourself treasure in heaven, when you lay up yourself treasure in heaven, that means getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shai. And once you get that, once you gain that knowledge, it can't be stolen. And it won't corrode, it won't get rusted over, because you laid it up in heaven. But that's the purest form of riches.
Spiritual.
Well, spiritual.
Esau can't get to that. You know, if you got a mansion, a mega mansion, a compound somewhere on this earth, Esau can get to that.
Right.
Esau can airstrike that. But your treasure's laid up in heaven, spiritual. Esau can't do nothing with that, man. He can't even get. That's a realm he can't even like get to or identify with. That's something he can't even compute. He's like, what? Heaven? You know,
it's above his mental capacity. Because all he knows is wicked. You know, he can't know anything about the righteous, because he's the border of wickedness. And that's why when you lay your treasures in heaven, you know, your whatever you lay, whatever you store into Yahweh Shai, you can rest assured that it's not going to be taken away from you.
Esau's a carnal man.
Right.
Like, all he knows is carnality. Jake's spiritual, so Jake feel that connection with Yahweh Shai. So that's where you want to lay your treasure in, because hey, the Lord can give you everything that you got in this world times 1,000 on the other side. See, Esau, he ain't promised nothing on the other side. So shit, he got is this world in carnality. So that's his whole MO.
Yeah, he promised slavery on the other side. Right.
And to show that if you lay up your safety in earth, Esau can easily touch it. It shows that when Russia, they dropped that bomb on NATO, it was 100 meters under the ground in the bunker, and Russia still dropped a bunker buster on them, killed over 300 officers in Ukraine. So it ain't no place you would go in the world if you stack up your treasure here that Esau can't touch.
like 100 meters on the ground and still touch them.
Yeah, that's why they kind of been quiet about Ukraine, though.
They get whooped
Yeah,
over there.
Luke dropped the mollywop on him. He did that. He killed. That was 300 generals in NATO. They supposed to go to war over there, but they didn't, because they know that if they bring that out into the public, then they gonna look like basically some hoes.
Yeah, they gonna look weak.
Y'all ain't jump up when he did all that.
I knew something was going on, but I know they did nothing to that measure, man. So hey, Russia over there whooping.
He pulled a whole card.
Yeah, 100 meters down, they show you, hey, your stuff ain't safe here on Earth, man.
They was sipping coffee because they had action. And that shit started blowing up on their ass.
And they made me think of that precept, they eating. He should rain it down on their heads while they eating.
When he's about to fill his belly.
Yeah, man.
You know, they was down there talking shit. Yeah, we gonna fuck Putin up, blah, blah, blah. Boom! Shit. Hope y'all got y'all colors picked out.
Like, 100 meters down, hey,
That's a long way.
Yeah, Esau got some
That's
stuff,
3
man.
football fields down.
Man.
Man, that show you ain't safe here on Earth, man. That's why we gotta get on the chariots, man. We gotta that man be more validity what we just said, man. We gotta get out of here. Esau got stuff. You in a hole in the ground. Esau can touch you. You know, he got bunker busters.
These regular hillbillies think they go out in the woods. You ain't digging the 100 meters down.
Man.
All that shit you got stacked up around some trees. That shit ain't working.
Nah, man. That's it. Touch you like that. So I'm about to bring the precept out right here. We talking about us representing the poor, and you know the wicked of our nation don't want to hear us because we poor. The precept talk about this. Ecclesiastes 9:16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. And what wisdom they talk about? Not earthly conventional wisdom. Talk about wisdom of these scriptures. Because we now know what the MOTB is, man. They say, when you read that, Revelation chapter 13, it says, here's the man with wisdom, let him break it down. The number is 600-346-666. And we tell it in our nation, the MOTB is that CHIP. And it's coming out soon. Esau is not advertised. That's why I look at these people. You got to be on some strong. They drunk. They drunk with that Babylon juice. Esau telling you what he's about to do. Then we tell him what Esau about to do. They're like, Esau would not do that. They good people. they need us, and you hear all kind of excuses. I'm like,
following doctors and demons.
yeah, I'm like, man, Esau tell you what he about to do to you, man. We telling you, but I see you want to hurt me because you look at me like a poor, crazy nigga. You know? They need TD Jakes to say that. They need Nate to say that. They need somebody. They need a celebrity to say that. They need Kanye West, Kyrie Irving to say that.
And that's the whole reason
Then they
why
believe
that's why that the knowledge of who we are, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, or the Hebrew Israelites, no, the whole world wouldn't have found out that Kanye West and Kyrie Irving spoke about it. They put it in the tweet, and that's why the whole world is speaking about it to this very day.
A lot of people waking up, but a lot of them have heard it and then went right back to what they was been doing, right back into the world. Like it was like a 2-week thing, and they considered for a little bit. So what the Most High trying to do, Yahweh trying to make every J consider, because he don't really want to destroy the nation. He's giving you an opportunity. That's their grace and mercy. The Lord is extending the hand for that mercy. That's why he put on the rich man to say something about the truth. So you can navigate and find your way to the house of David. And hey, Jake, man, a lot of Jakes like
not only that not only should navigate, but stay there in the house of David, because you got some Jakes that will get in the house of David and then they'll go right back to the world. And Yahweh Shah said, "He that take his hand off the plow is not fit for the kingdom of the Most High."
Got a quick. This is 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisies, having their conscience seared with a hot iron."
Man, they said doctrines of devils, man. They gonna believe what Esau got to say. Look at what Joel Osteen got to say. Look at what Kenneth Copeland got to say. And then like TD Jakes and Creflo Take Your Dollar, they follow right behind Esau with that same doctrine. Jake like, that sound good. I'm gonna roll with that. And they just showed like they preserved that was spot on, Cause your Israel, man, they always want to go off, man. They always want to go something that sound good, and it's like appeal to their feelings, make them feel good. Instead of having them itching ears, we can tell them the truth. Like I say, they might go 2 weeks. Oh yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm this and I'm that. Then when that pressure come, you saw come with that great rap. They take their fringes off. No, I'm a Christian. They gonna go back and put their suit on. Like, no, I ain't with that. That show they wasn't really built for that, man. They not really part of the hopeful elect. They said a lot of them, like IUIC, watching this pressure come. You're gonna see a lot of IUIC Israelites take their fringes off, watching for Israel, IUSBK. A lot of them dudes gonna fall off when that wrath come, man. Watch what I tell you. They gonna be like, I don't want to be a Hebrew Israelite no more. Like it's like you just change your identity all of a sudden. No, I'm black. I'm African American. Now I ain't with that, man. They gonna come out. Yeah, it was a code. They told me I couldn't eat my pork, and that was just so heartbreaking. And they told me I had to do this and that. They too strict. I don't like that. See, Jake don't want rules, man. Jake got comfortable in that do his like will spirit, And then a lot of Jakes are scary. When you tell the MOTB coming, Esau come down Great Wrath, but Jake gets so scared, they go back to being a good nigga. Esau, I was a good nigga. I don't do nothing wrong, master. Master, you want me to go to the camp, master? I'll take the camp, master. Put this in my body, you leave me alone? Okay, master. I do what you say, master. Just don't beat me. And that's what Jake at, man. They got that slave mentality, man. Jake really, which is what we say in the world, Jake don't want the smoke. A lot of 2/3 they don't want that smoke, man.
Yeah, I'm supposed to back you up right here. This is Isaiah chapter 30, and I'm going to start at verse 8. And it says, "Now go, write it before them in the table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shah, which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophet, prophesy unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit."
Hear that? Prophesy deceit, speak to me smooth things. That's TD Jakes. It's Creflo Take Your Dollar. That's Bishop Nate from IUIC. They ain't nothing but the Christian church with a Hebrew Israelite twist. That's why they like that, man. They tell you, and like I done had people I done had Jakes tell me that. I try to tell them the truth, and they like, that's too harsh. You too hard. You need to come with a world-friendly doctrine something to make me feel good. Nobody gonna come in if you talking like that. They tell me I need to switch up the way I talk. Like, no, man, this is truth. This is separator. Like if Jake can adhere to the words that I'm saying, this truth, then I know, okay, they probably got a chance to be part of the hopeful elect. If you get offended with what I say, you a 2/3. You know, this is the measuring stick. It's the gates right here. So I'm not gonna switch up how I come with it. It's the truth. I can't water down the truth to make you feel good. Especially women. Like Eve want Jake to do that. Like, give it to me smooth. I say this, and they think like we trying to get a big following. No, man, we fishing for the elect. I'm not here to get a big congregation and be liked by the whole world. They say that Jake don't read their scriptures, man. I'm not trying to be world friendly. Being world friendly, that's when you're an enemy with the Most High. You know, I'm gonna spit the truth, and we're gonna let the pieces lay where they lay. Now, if you can take the truth, okay, you know, we can deal. If you got a problem with that, hey, go on out there, man. Go to TD Jakes and see how they do for you.
That 3, if you just go to that 3 verses down. So this is Isaiah 30:11, and it said, "Get ye out of the way, turn out the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to see before us." And that's those 2/3 Jake that say, "Man, I don't want to hear that." You know, they don't want to hear the truth, and they wanted the truth to be seen before them. You know, going back into those lies they want to be told. Verse 12. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, dwelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant.
Ooh, that's perfect right there, because that precept is gonna come in reality when they go to TD Jakes' little camps that he about to build, or they be out there with Nate and whatever little facility he got. That shame gonna come on them, because like TD Jakes gonna do like that movie Don't Look Up. Right. TD Jakes and Nate gonna back up like I go to the restroom. And he gonna speed off to his little bunker. He gonna leave that congregation. Esau gonna come in with the military uniform on. Like, okay, women line up over here, men line up over here. They gonna be all talking like, what's going on? Esau gonna be like, hey man, all y'all gotta be retrofitted with that device. They be like, hold up, I thought, and that's that shame gonna come in. Then they gonna know that it's gonna hit them like, damn, this dude sold us out. That's that breach wall ready to fail. Then like now they already trapped. Esau gonna have the AR-15s on them. They're gonna be fouled up in lines. He gonna sort them and organize them. And you gotta get that thing. And then like the ones that gonna try to stand up like, I ain't taking it. Esau gonna be like, snap his fingers, escort them. You gonna hear some gunshots. And then the rest of them, they be like, hey, y'all wanna be like them or you gonna go get it? And they're gonna be like, dang, I should listen to them other brothers. I should listen to Apostle Ricard, the Great Millstone. Now look at me. Now I'm in here. I should have been somewhere hiding out in the house, in the woods. Now I'm in the facility. Now you caught. It's gonna be hard to fight back when you already in that camp. And we done gave you fair warning to tell you to lead them false leaders alone. They're gonna lead you to the slaughter. They're gonna make you easy taking. Esau. That's it. They're gonna go in the room, think they safe. They're gonna see the military dudes, their military fatigue come in. And TD Jakes gonna say, okay, now we're gonna listen to General Whoop-de-whoop. And then Jake gonna start sweating like, oh, he got us. And then they gonna see TD Jakes no more. He gonna back up. They gonna hear TD Jakes in a helicopter. That nigga going somewhere else. And then they gonna tell TD Jakes, good job. They gonna give him a little check. They gonna escort him to his facility. And then the little general, anybody gonna take over. He gonna come out and talk to the congregation people like, calm down. This is what we about to do. Jake gonna get to talking again. They gonna shoot some shots in the air. Everybody get down. And then they gonna feel stupid, man. That's it. That shame gonna come in, man. That's why we trying to tell them now. Get the hell away from Bishop Nate, man. That dude is a sellout. Straight. It's easy to see. Most out in the fold. General Yohana, he gonna sell this congregation now too. TD Jakes, they gave that dude $1 billion. They didn't give him that $1 billion for nothing. They gave him $1 billion to ice up Jake real quick, man. He probably in the beat right now, talking about where he gonna take him to. What spot he gonna take him to. And they gonna probably talk like which one's armed, which ones ain't armed. He giving up all the information. Like this dude right here, he might be a problem. Y'all might take him out back, neutralize him. He's one of the roughest ones in my congregation. He giving up all the information. They gonna know your name. They're gonna do like a roll call. Line up over here. Your number is I-95. You in that squadron. And they're gonna feel, man, they're gonna be scared. You got to fear. We ain't gonna be like that. First of all, we're not listening to no goddamn, sellout. You already know what's going on. So that's that calmness to us. These dudes that ain't got like IUIC, they ain't been taught on Jacob's Trouble. They ain't been taught on what the MOTB is. So when it hits and when it comes, a panic gonna set in, doubt gonna set in. That's that hole in your armor. They're like, okay, the MOTB, he got it wrong. What else is wrong? You know? Then the doubt gonna creep in. Before you know it, they gonna lose all their oil. All the faith gonna be gone. And then that's when the Most High gonna be like, hey man, depart from me, I never knew. They gonna be hollering out, what they say? Most High Christ Jesus, brother. Whatever the hell they say. Yeah, man, the Most High ain't gonna look no stand up for men like that. Like shit, depart from me, I never knew you. You know, you didn't listen to my real pastors or real churches out there, you know, pumping through. You said that nigga poor. You followed that rich man, you know, and now, hey, I'm about to give you judgment. You got itchy ears, you ain't of me. You ain't at the Israel that I want. And I'm gonna bring this out right here. This is Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch, which is gonna be your grave. We telling you, Nate is a blind leader. GOCC, Ricard, he a blind leader. TD Jakes is a blind leader. They don't care about you, they care about money. They doing Esau's bidding, man. They gonna sell you out. They want the back. Esau don't whisper sweetly in their ears. Esau don't promise them a good bunker, you know, all kind of food and provisions. And all he got to do is sacrifice his whole congregation. They got big congregations. IUIC, I think, is the biggest Hebrew Israelite group in America. TDJ's got what, billions of followers? Millions.
They probably pushing $500 million right now.
Yeah, so hey, they about to he gonna make it easy for Esau, man. He gonna get a compensation for that. And we're here to tell you, get away from them, man.
That's not even counting the one that actually go to his church. You gotta think about the one that listen to him on the live and
YouTube.
You know?
YouTube.
I got something real quick. This is 1 Timothy 6 and we'll start at 3. It says, if any man teaches otherwise and consent not to the wholesome words, even the words of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and to the doctrines of which is according to goodness, he is proud, knowing nothing. But doubting about questions and strife of words, wherefore cometh envy, strife, and evil summons. So, hey, man, that's exactly what Nate and them is, man. They men teaching not the true words of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. And it shows in his countenance, and it says it. He's proud, knowing nothing.
Right.
Because he's teaching you something that's going to lead you astray. The MOTB is not the CHIP. Hey, that's a big prophecy right there. You can't get that one wrong.
Right.
So, hey, he's knowing nothing. And if you still sticking with them people that's teaching you otherwise from the words of the scriptures, knowing that it's going to lead to envy, strife, and evil summaries, hey, man, you deserve it for not being prudent. That's why we're here telling you, man, these other should have discernment. We coming straight out of the scriptures trying to save your soul. They coming out trying to pad their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
You got it all.
I got a quick one right here to back you up right here. Because this is John chapter 10. We start at verse 11. It says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. All right, and that goes to Yahweh Shai. He's the one that gave his life. Okay, and we're coming in that same, that same mindset. We're making our bodies a living sacrifice. We're giving our life for the sheep. Okay, so we know in verse 12, and it says, but he that is an hireling, all right, he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, who own the sheep or not, seeth the wolf coming. That the Aki broke it down earlier. He sees the wolf coming. Going back into that, passage. As soon as you see the wolf coming, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right. He sees the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catches them and scatters the sheep. Verse 13 is the point. The hireling fleeth because he is a hireling and he cares not for the sheep. All right. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care what you're going to get salvation. All they care about is their money. They want to fill their pocket. Just like I just mentioned.
Yes, Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it, which the wisdom and knowledge is the full armor of God that we're going to be counting on in Jacob's trouble. And money is just a device that is to lure the greedy into the slaughterhouse.
And that's a beautiful scripture right there, because we're not saying not to go and make your money. Of course, you get your daily bread, but don't get greedy of it. You know, as the scripture says, use the word, but don't abuse it. All right, don't abuse it to the point where you're leading people astray, just like these false prophets are doing. TDJ, Creflo Dollar, Bishop Nate, you know, all these other false Israelite camps. You know, they're abusing the world. Okay, you know, so you know, just like you know, their prayer. That's what you think. Give us today our daily bread. That's what they're going into. All we need is what we need in this world until Yahweh Shah come back. You know, like that person, it's a balance.
So that money is defense, you know. But righteousness and wisdom is what delivers. Right. Because in a minute, like money works right now. In a minute, money, the cash, dollars is gonna be useless in a minute. They're gonna go to a digital currency. That's why you can't put your faith and hope in something, you know, like money, because it's gonna fail you. You got to put your faith and hope and the wisdom, not to understand of Yahweh Shah. You know, wisdom is going to deliver you. That's why it said wisdom is life. Because spiritual wisdom leads you to Yahweh Shah, where they're safe. You know, money is going to get you so far, man. It's going to go and serve you in this world. And Esau about to shift gears in a minute. Like cash is about to be useless. He going to turn the money digital. And then, like I say, if you love money, you following money. If you following that, you're going to follow the MOTB in your body. Because that's what you got to do to keep your money.
Good, huh? This is Matthew 16 and 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. You know, when it comes to the time of Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation, a lot of people going to look to save their carnal life here on earth and take that mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. But the people that have the knowledge and understanding of this word, we understand that the most important thing is to be obedient to the Most High, and if it takes us to lose our life for it, so we're willing to give up our life.
That's what you mean, like a whole lot now, man. Because I'm like to read that before I just came to full knowledge of the truth. And I'm like, man, what that mean right there? But now I see what that means. Because if you take that CHIP, you losing your life. You might still be alive, but you lost your life as far as it goes to salvation and deliverance. You pretty much, when you take that CHIP, you pretty much dead, man. You a dead man walking. God, that's why we tell you don't take that, man.
And that's one of the greatest offense right there. Because one of the first laws is worship no other God. And when you take that CHIP, that's what you're worshiping, another God.
Worship Esau Edom. Like, nah. You know, so you got what you got to do is you got to resist. And if it costs you your life, you got to resist. You know, we got to be like Yahweh Shah, man. We got to be ready to sacrifice our lives for this truth, man. Because that's what makes you worthy. That's why the scripture say what? Except the men are tried in the furnace of adversity. That's the adversity come, man. Yahweh Shah want to test us. He about to give us a big, you know, it's so, I can't even put it in words, the hurts we about to get, man. We about to get the men of the earth, man. Rulership. So the Most High can't get into this any old Jake. He got to test you. You got to be found worthy of that. And how is he going to test you? By using Esau. And he going to get to the point where it's going to be like your life going to be on the line for this truth. And Yahweh Shah going to sit back and see what you're going to do, man. He already know what you're going to do, but we got to play out to see what we going to do. You know, we got to see, like, you know, am I going to hold strong or are you going to buckle? If you buckle, you're not worthy of that inheritance on the first go around. You're not, you know, you're not one of the front runners. You're not part of the first fruits. The Lord looking for those solid men, the men that's going to be like, tell Esau no when he got that gun to his head. You know, Esau got your head in that guillotine, and, you know, he telling you, like, look here, man, I'm going to let you out. If you get that CHIP, if not, I'm going to go ahead and pull the lever. What you going to do? We got to be like, shit, pull that motherfucker, you know, whatever you got to do. And that's the Lord want. He wants the ones that's going to, like, he wants people that got faith like King David, faith like Abraham. That's the Lord looking for. But those men were ready to risk it all for Yahweh Shah. We got to come in that same steed to be part of the first fruits. And to be like that, you got to build your faith up. That's why I tell you to meditate on the word, and the edification going to build it up. You got to build your courage up to that point. That way, when we get to that moment, you know, we're able to resist, you know, with full confidence. Now, if you ain't been given the truth and you've been given lies, you're not going to have full confidence to stand up to Esau like that. You're going to be too busy doubting. You're like, dang, I got the MOTB wrong. What else I got wrong? What if I'm not part of the 12 tribes of Israel? What if I'm not? The doubt going to creep in. And at the point, that's why I say the full armor of Yahweh Shah. That means that goes to 100% truth. You need that. So when the stuff comes, your faith increases and you're solid. Ain't no way Esau can put some doubt in you to make you fall.
I got a quick one right here to back you up, man. Because when the Ak mentioned that you got to die for this word, you got to die for the wisdom of Yahweh Yahweh. And this in the account in 2 Maccabees chapter 7, which I'm going to just read the first 2 verses, all right? So, I encourage you to read this on your own. But this 2 Maccabees chapter 7, and starting in verse 1, and it says, and it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to take swine flesh, and was tormented with thorns and whips. All right, this is the king of Antioch at this time, and who was trying to get Israel to go out by, go against the law that had been fathered by eating the swine flesh, which is, pork. All right, in verse 2, and he said, but one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldst thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than transgress the laws of our fathers. And see, that's a faith and the spirit that we got to have when it comes to that MOTB. All right, you got to be ready to die, and that's that strong faith, because they had such strong faith that they knew that Yahweh was going to reward them in the end. All right. So definitely go read that chapter, the whole chapter, but just the first 2 verses to give you context of what having strong faith is. All right.
All right, that's why the truth is, man, is everything. And you need 100% truth. You don't need that GMO truth, like the Apostle Elders say, right? That Nate is preaching, and then General Yohana's preaching, and all these other little T-shirt and friends groups, man. They'll give you some truth, they ain't give you the full truth. If they tell the MOTB is not the CHIP, you need to leave them alone. They're lying. You can tell they lying because it's here. They're promoting it.
This is 2 John 1, and I'm going to start here at 9. It says, whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Yahweh Shah hath not Yahweh. And he that abideth in the doctrine of Yahweh Shah, he does have the Father and the Son. If there comes any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not unto your house, neither bid him Godspeed. Like you can see, those people don't have the full truth. Like the brother said, T.D. Jakes, Creflo, Take Your Dollar, Bishop Nathaniel, and General Yohana, What Will I Black People Do from GOCC. None of them. Right. None of them had that the full understanding, the full doctrine, 100% true. So you shouldn't take them into your house nor wish you guys speak. But what do Jake does? They listen to that. They entertain that shit. But that's really the Lord giving them over to, gross darkness. You got it.
And see what you said, all the dudes you named, all them camps, all them got what? Big money. All them got a big father, they got big money, man. They go to our first week we open up with. Jake want to hear the rich man speak. Rich man speak, they listen, they stole it to the clouds. The poor man speak, the poor man was despised, man. Matter of fact, Nate calls Great Millstone bum. Yep. He say we a bum camp, He called it that, man. I'm looking at Jake like that should give you a hip, like, why you talking this money talk, man? Like that would make me hip to it, like, hold up. This ain't about money. You over calling them bombs. What's all this money talk? That'll make me go listen to Great Millstone. I think that's what made you do that, Rack. You kept talking bad about Great Millstone.
Yeah.
IUIC, you went over and let me check them out.
It was that, and I seen Nate. He was in Memphis on Field Street, and a GMS member just walked up to listen to him, and he stopped in the middle of his sentence and just a look on his face because he knew that GMS was basically opposition to what he was saying. He was so the look on his face that he knew that dude had the wisdom and knowledge to just bust him out on the spot. So even before the brother even said anything, he attacked him verbally by telling him he ain't trying to hear nothing he got to say.
See, that's a person you don't want to receive into your house. Right. Yeah. This dude can't even defend himself. Like he already just called. Man,
the brother ain't even say nothing. He just walked up to listen.
He felt that spirit. He was scared.
Yeah, he knew that, man. This man easy to break out about 2 or 3 scriptures and just blow me, make me look like I'm a liar in front of all of my congregation. He basically can render me powerless,
right.
In front of everybody.
And what you say is true, man. I noticed, here in talking, we got a lot of IUICJs. Yeah. And I had some of my job. Every time I show up on the scene, or I'll say something like Psalms 91:14, they all got like the hysteria, got scared, And like I tell them, I learned from Great Millstone. They like, so they know.
Yeah.
They know, like, man, it's the truth, man. I know that them young dudes in IUIC, when I used to get to talking and bringing out scriptures, man, they be considering it like, man, I think what I'm in is a lie. But I notice what keeps them is that it's the money.
Yeah.
They're like, they got the money, man. Y'all ain't got the money. But, like, they'll hear me, and they be like, man, like, one of the young jakes at IUIC can't be like, hey, man, I think y'all got it like that. Like, he was trying to convert, but I think the other IUIC dudes got him to come on back. But he was like, he'll come to me without his gang, the group. He'll come like, hey, man, what's that say again? And he asked for some breakdowns. And I told him, man, you got to come up out of IUIC, man. And I think he was scared, man. They, Jake need that gang mentality. They need a big group.
Yeah.
And we not a big group, But I noticed he was heard because they had a captain up there. They captain. I mean, they got mad and we got their captain. And, you got the truth. It's easy to defend the truth, man. And every time he reading and say something about the name, he'll stumble. And, like, our doctor is so smooth, man. The MOTB talking. So it's easy to get him, and he'll just get mad and walk off. And young dudes come to me like, hey, man, come tell me what they say again, man. I think that's kind of right, man. But it's the money, man. They scared, and Jake wants the comfort of that money.
One thing that, like, it's easy to get people to fall for a lie is the fact that, like, if you got a large following, they too busy wanting to follow the crowd. They figure, you know what I'm saying? You could be telling a straight lie, but if 100 people believe it, they're gonna go that way before they go to this person over here telling the truth, but like 2 or 3 people listening to them because they're going too busy following the multitude too evil. It's just easy to do that.
And that's what Jake's problem is, man. The world of 230, that's what it is, man. And Jake can't let me know. He in IUIC. He got friends on everything. He came to me, he was like, man, I think what y'all speaking is the truth, man. But I'm looking like, dude, if you believe that, you need to go ahead and make that move. Don't keep comfortable and stay in IUIC. And he just like, man, I done put my ground over. I done did too much work, man. I'm going to stay with IUIC. I'm like, all right, that's your instruction. And you said it yourself, like you believe what I'm saying is the truth.
And ultimately, what he basically just said, he's basically laboring in vain. All the labor he's putting in, trying to stay with IUIC, it's gonna be in vain at the end of the day. At the end of this wicked kingdom, it's gonna be all in vain. And plus, Yahweh Yahushua is not gonna remember that work that you put in because you're not following the ways of Yahweh Yahushua, so he's gonna forget. He's gonna turn his back on that.
The Most High extended their hand by putting on my spirit to tell them the truth. Right? I was battling with a lot of that. Like in my one job, it was a lot of IUIC Israelites up there, a lot of them. And what tripped me out, I had told one of them young jakes, man, quit wearing your fringes at work, man. You make yourself a target. I don't care about Esau. I'm wearing my fringes at work. Esau rounded up all the Israelites, IUIC dudes, and fired all of them on some boats. And that to me was like a foreshadowing of the destruction that's going to come to them for listening to a false leader. They should have told them better. Our leaders like, don't wear your fringes at work. Don't make yourself a moving target, which is wisdom. Let's go back to that wisdom.
Which to go to that, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
Exactly. So I try to tell
you, you're supposed to apply every single day when you're out here. You're supposed to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. All right. If you're not doing that, then you're making yourself a target.
And so I try to tell them young jakes that, there was that wisdom go out.
Right.
He didn't heed it, and what happened? He got rounded up, he got fired.
Right.
And I told them dudes, quit wearing your fringes at work.
And now
you don't need to show Esau that you know your nationality. Esau already know Esau already know your nationality. You need to, like you said, that picture you said was perfect, man. Be wise as serpents. So he up here faking the funk. You need to fake the funk with this devil too.
Right.
Don't show him all the point. Don't show him like, I'm a
walk around acting naive. See, I be at work and I know I'm surrounded by a bunch of Edomites. I be at work, I be smiling, hey man, how you doing, Mr. Taylor? You doing all right? And then in my mind, I'm thinking, damn devil, I can't wait.
That's how you need to be, man. That's that being wild as serpents, man. Don't be out here. I even seen one of them dumb IOC Israelites. He over there telling Esau about the truth. I'm looking like, man, this dude, you about to get fired. Esau over there looking just mad to the mud. He turning red. He mad.
Right.
I'm looking at the Jake like, what are you doing, man? Like, you on the clock, and you telling this devil something that's not profitable to him.
Right.
I'm busy. I'm looking at those way. He getting angry. And I'm looking like, what are you doing? Like, where's the wisdom at? Like, where your dude at, man? Get this young dude, man. I told young Jake, don't tell Esau about the truth. Man, they don't want to hear that.
Cause they smile in your face and tell you a lie in the heartbeat.
He
So
thinking-
you better do
yeah.
the same thing.
He
man.
on the highway, hedges on the clock,
Right.
telling Esau they all got fired, man.
They got one.
Yeah.
Hey, this goes to show that the brother that you brought up, that you talked to, fellowship with, and he said that he agree with you, but then he don't have the fortification to go ahead and make that change. This is one of the things that they fall short on. It's Hebrews 10:16. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. So for you to know what the truth is and still go against it, you just basically took yourself out of the eligibility to have grace, because there's no more sacrifice. You know, Yahushua, when he died on the cross, that's when you just took yourself out of that coverage by just willfully sinning, you know, going against the word willful.
Right. He didn't make good on it. They didn't make good on that sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
They pushed it off for nothing. He said it out of his own mouth. I believe you're saying the truth, but I got to roll with my congregation. And he said it right there like they ain't got it. So I'm like, if they ain't got it, why would we roll with that? And then in my mind, I knew what it was because they got money. They did their Passover at the Orlando Magic Stadium. You know, so I'm just talking to the Jakes, and they was all happy about that. They talking about their Passover. They do fashion shows and the celebrities that he bring out. You know, he does a lot of things to placate the Jakes, you know, their flesh. You know, they do. He's just like the Christian church, man. He talk about they go on trips and they be spending that money, man, to keep them, you know, in that drunken state. You know, he take away Jake's defenses.
I got a quick.
That's what he does.
This is Ezekiel 13:9. It says, and my hand shall be upon those prophets that see vanity and the devise of lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people, neither shall they be written in the writings of the house of Israel. Neither shall they enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord power.
Woo, that was perfect. That preacher you brought out right there. That's what it showed right there, where they can't come into the truth, man. Most I just said right there, you should not be in my assembly if you don't want to listen. You know, so that's just that go to them Jakes. Like he say, I get what you saying is the truth, but I can't get with that though. I gotta go follow the multitude. You know, the lie sound good, man. The lie look good. Got a lot of money behind it. I'm looking at you. You just got two other brothers with you. Y'all broke, y'all poor. Man, I can't roll with that, man. Where's y'all concerts at? What celebrities y'all got? You know, what they be, man, he told me they be doing carnivals and stuff, man. He be spending a little bread to keep their congregation, man.
It goes into that precept. Any prophet that seek vanity, man.
They're all for nothing. Nothingness.
And devise of lies, man. That's Nate right there, boy.
Because he done changed the MOTB tactic like 3 times. And that's because he lying.
And
He said no Jacob's trouble. He
Right.
switched it up.
Yeah.
He always lying. That's the mercy for them to get up out of there, man. They do like
Hey.
they call lies.
And that's the perfect example where he said talk to and forward every man who ain't a doctor.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Bishop Nate does.
And General Yohana said that John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. I'm like, woo, your pride is through the roof, dude.
Right.
Who the hell are you to say somebody that he don't wrote scriptures in the book? You gonna say you over him and he ain't in the truth and you is? And everybody should have came out of IUSPK when he said that. Everybody should came out of that. They knew better, you know. And then, like I say, even with Sakari, because I think Alazar said they not gonna go by the book of Hebrews no more because it doesn't say "Thus said the Lord." I'm like, so now we taking out books. That's what we doing now. So them dudes is full of pride because they got too much money. So now they feel like they bigger than. Because I think what did General Yohana say is Yahweh shot than him.
Yeah.
I'm like, so nigga, you
Oh,
over
wow.
King David?
Right.
Nigga, you over, you know, Paul and people that rock. Man, get the hell out of here, man. So stuff like that is offensive to me.
I got a quick one. This is Jeremiah 14:14. It says, then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spoke unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of not, and they deceit of the heart. So they prophesy a deceit of the heart. They prophesy a thing of not. Like you saying that you're over this and over that, and that's a thing of not right there. You're not, and it's a lie. that precept is heavy, man.
And it's all still a process, something that's the not. Saying the MOTB is sin or sleeping with white women, the embargo, that's for not. That's a straight up lie.
I gotta read
Like,
that.
how the hell is sleeping with a white woman the MOTB? So I gotta present my white woman to eat. How is that a mark, man? And that to me, that's just a silly doctrine. Like, they should see that, like, oh, y'all niggas are silly.
And
I'm gonna go over here with the prophet of the great millstone.
The Lord said it. He said, I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spoke unto them. They prophesy false vision and divination, and the thing of not, and deceit of the heart. Man, that's a heavy precept. And Yasha Raleigh broke that shit down to a T. That's exactly how they be doing.
Yeah, I like that part where he said the seat of the heart. You know, that word heart is the Hebrew word lav, which is meaning their mind. So they're actually thinking and conjuring up these lies to tell the congregation.
Especially like when General Yohanan said, hey man, this is Yahweh shot did me. That's the thing of the heart right there. Sure,
All the way. All the way.
Matter of fact, it goes perfectly with the precept on the common board. Shalom, the brother Stapah, he posted Zechariah chapter 7. I'm actually starting at verse 9. And it said, thus speaketh the Lord Yahweh of hosts, saying, execute true judgment and show mercy and compassion every man to his brother. All right, so we're out here, we're showing you mercy and compassion by teaching you the truth. We're not trying to come out here and tell you lies like these other false prophets. All right, in verse 2, and it says, oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. Let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. You see, that's what they're doing. They're imagining evil things against your brothers, like the congregation, by selling them out to Esau Edom. All right, they're going to lead you astray. They're going to tell you to take that RFIDCHIP. All right, and reading on, verse 11, and it says, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulders and stopped their ears. They should not hear. In verse 12 is the point, and he said, they made their heart as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law, and the words which the Lord Yahweh of hosts had sent his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came great wrath from the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And so, and that's what's going to happen is them false prophets, they're going to receive that great wrath from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You know, you have to read Jeremiah the 23rd chapter. You might want to get that as well too. You got it out.
And they say they doing lies, man, telling you the MOTB is embargo. That stuff that don't make sense right there. You know, I have some trade. How's that a mark on me? And I see them trying to spin that, man. I'm like, you can't spin that, man. And the reason why they coming out with these, you know, these false doctrines and these obvious lies, and say that they doing that, the MOTB rolling out. And it's what the Apostle Elder said, man. They over talking about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Why is that? You know, because I'm like, how's the bar gonna stop me from buying or selling? How the hell is sin gonna stop me from buying or selling? If I sin, he's still gonna give me more money. You know? The more sin you do, the bigger bag you get. So how they gonna stop me from buying or selling? Esau love when you sin.
Hey, what you
You
say
a
was
good
a
nigga.
fact. What you say was a fact. Look, think about them celebrities. What is they doing? Doing Momo shit, and then they getting exalted.
Exactly. Esau ain't about to not feed you if you ain't sinning. He love you to sin.
Right.
So I'm like, that right there, I would tell Nate that or any of his teachers that. You know, that don't make sense. Now you go to that CHIP, that device, and we just seen an example of that with that Moabite. You know, everybody's been doing lessons on that.
Right.
You know, she said something they didn't like, and they cut her thing off. She couldn't get no apartment. She couldn't buy no food. She couldn't catch no Uber. That device can stop you from buying or selling, man. That's why that is that. Then, like, the device got a UPC code on it. And that UPC code is the code for 666, you know, which is Esau's number, man. That's Esau's stamp. Esau wants to stamp. That's why you look at the word mark, it goes in the Quran. You know, you look at Quran, it goes in the stamp. You know, Esau want to put a stamp on it. You know, and then you go there, what's that, Exodus? You know, I want to say chapter 21. We're talking about making somebody a perpetual slave by that's the only law that they want to keep. And he's going to put a technological spin on it. So the Apostle Elders is teaching that the MOTB is that CHIP, that make all the sense in the world. And now you're starting to see the infrastructure for that. And it's going to stop you from buying or selling. They're going to cut the dollar bill, go to a digital currency. If you don't get with that, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. They're like, we don't take dollars. We take Fed coin. You ain't got Fed coin. Hey, you can't buy these goods. You can't eat, you know, you can't eat or drink. You can't buy or sell. Everybody dealing with the Fed coin. Ain't nobody dealing with that paper cash no more. So that's making sense. That's speaking right now. You tell us the truth. Now we're gonna look at Jake and see where you at. Can you make that move to the truth? Or are you gonna be so private you're gonna stay with the lie? Jake always gonna be loyal to a lie. You know that lie look good. That lie got money.
Prophesied unto me smooth things. Prophesied to me the feet.
Got a quick one right here. This is Jeremiah 23:16. It says, "This is what the Lord Almighty said. Do not listen to those prophets that prophesy to you lies. They fill you with false hope. They speak visions from their own mind, not from the mouth of the Lord."
Hey, that was perfect right there, man. He told you that was a commandment right there. He told you to leave these false prophets alone. Nate, Junior Odyssey Church Friends Groups, they've been proved to be false prophets. What's that? Watchman Israel Naquan we used to mess with? He a false prophet, man. He talking about he said at first he said it was a spiritual mark. Right. The MOTB was spiritual. And then he turned around now. I think he's saying it's sin. Ain't they saying it's sin now? So they stuff done switched up. And he's been proven to be a liar. So what does that mean? It's time to leave him alone, come to Great Millstone, and get the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man, where the truth is at. Where you'll be built up solid to withstand this devil. And we got a precept that's going to further double down the commandment that I just read. This is Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Them men is full of darkness, man. They got that bag. They got worldly, they got worldly plans and ideas, man. They trying to push their one dudes. They're trying to build New Jerusalem. New Kingdom here, HOI. Yeah, them dudes, man, they full of darkness. Ain't no light in them.
And you got them bug out Jason IUIC also saying that you can receive that mark and you can repent from it.
Yeah, and the scriptures say, like I said, that's speaking against the word. Right. The word tell you in Revelation chapter 14, if you take that mark, hey, you're going to get the wrath of Yahweh without mixture. Right. The scriptures tell you that. So how Jake going to get out there and tell you, if you get the mark, you can repent? I see, and they can only talk to people who don't know no better. That's why when you said earlier, when they seen that brother Great Millstone, they automatically attacked him. When you know the truth, like they can't tell you some stuff like that and it's going to go by. You be like, nah, brother, go to Revelation 14:9, read 10 and tell me what they say. And then he gonna look like an idiot. He ain't gonna bring it out. He gonna tell you, man, get out of here. Y'all some bums, y'all some rapists, and all that little stuff. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna want to because he gonna feel like a fool. Because he ain't speaking according to the word. He's speaking according to his mind. I feel like you should be repenting if you get the chick because he gonna take it. Right. He's scared. Yeah. So he feel like I should be able to take it and I should be able to repent. We don't give a damn what you think and feel. What the scriptures say.
That's what you call leaning onto your own understanding.
God. And that's what they doing, man. They over there, man. They winging it, man. I said that thing about to fall apart in a minute, man. IUIC about to do real bad. I bet people in that congregation already like, hey, I see this thing. This lady had the CHIP. What about that, Nate? So Nate probably, he's stressing out. He's like, damn, what lot can I spend now?
You might kick out people who bring questions like that. So get out of the camp.
Yep.
That's like the damn Fantastic Christian Pastor. They'll kick you out of your church in a heartbeat when you interrupt their sermon or whatever.
And bring out some truth.
Right.
Like, get out of here, man. You spitting lies and stuff. Nah, you spitting lies, man. Matter of fact, I seen that. I seen a clip where E was calling out a pastor porch on this BS, man. He instantly went over there and started choking.
That pastor in New York.
Yeah, you seen that too? He instantly went over there and started choking her, man. I was like,
New York.
He talking about she attacked him. I'm like, no, she did. She just called you out. And he attacked her. And it was all on film.
I think it's Jamal, I forgot his name. Pastor.
Yeah, he choked her out, man.
Matthew 7:15. They come in your sheep clothing, but it'll be there waving the wolves.
Yep. And it showed it too. I'm like, damn, that's y'all pastor right there putting hands on women. Like, really? And she ain't even do nothing there. She just saying something. And that was crazy, man. He choked down hard too. They had to go over there and get him off of her. I was like, damn.
He was supposed to be their pastor, and you learn from him, and he teaching you stuff, and then he choking you out real quick.
Hey, Eve at that, a woman.
And that same pastor is the one that actually he actually supposed to have served some time for that fire that he's been doing to his congregation. You know, he was taking people to overtime.
Jury and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense. And he got up looking like how did they go talk to him?
That's why I was wondering. I didn't know if he got served any time or not, but yeah, he definitely stole people retirement money and all of that. You know, going back into he had the hireling. He couldn't out for the sheep. You know,
straight criminal, man. Straight criminal. So I'm gonna go get this right here, man. You say that.
to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly you're raven and wolves.
Right. That's exactly what they are, man. Raven and wolves, man. You know, they
Scattered the sheep.
following out the ways of Esau, man. Because Esau is the wolf himself.
We're going to bring out this. It's Titus 1 and 10. But there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they at the circumcision.
Right.
Talking about the Hebrew Israelite camps.
Yep.
There go 11. Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake, man. And that filthy lucre, you look that up, that goes into money. These dudes, they preach for money, man. Like that pastor talking about, he do that all for money. So when that Eve called him out, he got angry because what she was saying was the truth, and it cut him. So he went over there and he instantly started choking her out. You know, Nate preached for money. T.D. Jakes preached for money. Those are prosperity pastors. Prosperity goes into money. You know, they teach you to get some money, especially Joel Osteen. I consider him a motivational speaker. He ain't even no pastor, man. That dude horrible.
That's what you said when you told your grandma was telling you about that story how Joel Osteen had a sermon. He said that Esau was the righteous and Jacob was the wicked.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
It's
man.
fun that all the way around. But guess what? Don't we just lead off for it? My grandma didn't want to believe what I said.
Right.
When Joel Osteen said that, she believed that and ran with it. You know, I'm looking like, wow. And I'm like, they're going to Jake, don't read. Like, you read the scriptures, it tells you in Romans 9:13. He loved Jacob and hated Esau. It tell you that in the scriptures. So how you going to let the devil tell you? They tell you, and he opened his thing up, this is my Bible. I can do all things with my Bible.
Right.
And they do that creed. I'm like, nigga, open your Bible and read. You tell this nigga lying. He looked like a serial killer. He be cheesy. He look like he got fingers in the refrigerator. I'm like, how the hell you listen to this dude? And I'll never forget that grandma came. And she came to me too, like she gonna cut me up.
Right.
Like Joel Osteen said, Esau is righteous and Jacob was wicked, Tay, because he dressed up and tried to steal the birthright. You know, and I tell grandma he sold it, and I'm like, grandma, we just read.
And if
You
you
know,
would have read
but she didn't give
before
a
that,
damn.
it was ordained for because it said the elder shall serve the younger, so it was already ordained before all of that happened. Yeah, how about Yahweh Shah set that up?
My grandma sat there and let that devil tell her that lie, and she believed it, and she ate it, she digested it, and it was good to her. And she couldn't wait for me to come in the house, and like she's giving me a cut.
Right.
Like, let me tell you something, Tay. Esau was righteous, and Jacob was wicked. And they go, not speaking according to the word.
All right.
Joel Osteen did not speak according to the word, man. He spit a lie, because like the Hebrew Israelites, truth is getting to these devils.
Yep.
So he had to say something to the congregation. He had to do something about that. That dude got a stadium. That motherfucker got a whole lot of followers. So he had to do something to dispute that. And my grandma, hey, she received that, man. My grandma talked noise to me and let me know how dumb I am and you know how wicked I am and I'm off and I need to read my Bible. Yeah, she talking noise. I'm looking like, oh, I just had to shake my head, dust my feet off, and like, man, my grandma destroyed, man. You know, that's that precept, man. It just tripped me out because a week before that, she was reading it herself because I'll say certain stuff to her and she'd be like, what Bible you reading from? Like, it's so foreign to her. She think I'm reading from a different Bible. So I tell my grandma, go in there and get your Bible. And I tell her go to the precept, read it. And she be in a state of shock, like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, you start reading your Bible. Your pastor, my grandma's pastor, he a Momo. I told her that. She wouldn't believe that. Her pastor, when I was trying to first come into the truth, you know, quick testimony, y'all, start quick testimony. When I was first coming to the truth, you know, I didn't know no better. So I went to my grandma's church. Something, you know, major had happened to me. And I got delivered. You know, I didn't know the truth, so the only thing I knew was go to the church. So I went to my grandma's church. Her pastor, he and her solicited me. I guess I look younger than what I look. He must have thought I was a teenager. He tried to solicit me for some sex, and he tried to use money to do it. So, you know, I get mad. Only thing kept me from beating dude up is I didn't want my grandma to get a bad report in her church. Like, you know, sisters, Whoopty Whoop, grandson beat up the pastor. Because I was going to whoop dude. Because I had told dude, at first I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He was trying to get me to come back to his house and talking about he going to pray for me and lay hands on me. And at first I didn't know what the hell he talking about. I'm like, what the hell you talking about? I come to church if I need prayer. You know, so then he started getting more aggressive. And I still, you know, I'm oblivious. You know, I don't deal with Momo. So I'm like, what this dude talking about? So then he had to kind of, you know, lay it out there. And then he started using that money talk. Like, you know, I'll buy you a car. You know, I need, you need help on your bills. I got you. I just, you know, come to my house, you know, I take care of you, young brother. And, you know, we got to do this and that. And like the spirit hit me now. I'm like, oh, this nigga Momo. He trying to listen. He doing shit like the Roman Catholic Church. So then I got angry. I got upset, man. You know, the people up here clowning because they hearing it. I think some Jakes knew what he was. So I'm getting angry. So I'm like, I had told dude, like, nah, dude, I don't do that. I'm straight. He all like, he coming with a bigger, a bigger bag, $3,000. I'm like, hey, man, I ain't no whole ass nigga, you know? You can't buy me. Yeah. So I'm getting offended. Like, nigga, and I'm like, what made you think I'm even go that route? You know?
Oh boy, damn.
Yeah, I'm offended. He even came at me like that, you know? And then, like, when he got turned down, he had a look like, I could tell he got a high success rate. When he got turned down, he's looking like when he threw that money out there, I think he got up to 5 racks. And I, like, at that time, I'm like, man, you say something else to me again, I'm still on your ass. You know, so he's looking all, his face is all messed up, confounded, like, man, this nigga didn't want nobody. What the fuck? So I go tell my grandma, hey, grandma, your pastor, mama. No, he ain't. He married. That's a righteous man. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I just let me know how lost Jake is. I'm like, grandma, man, your pastor tried to, like, offer me some money to do a abominable act at his house. My grandma didn't believe me. She like, he married, he a righteous man, he this and he that. And I'm like, see, that's why you don't know nothing. My grandma been going to church for 30-something years, probably longer than that. And I be telling her scripture, she don't, man, she think I'm speaking from a different Bible. Tell her, go pull your Bible, let me show you. Now, grandma, you been going to church for this long, your pastor never pulled that out. What they tell you about your pastor? You know what she do? She get to cussing me out, tell me to get out of her house. You know, Jake is loyal to their pastors, man. And it's going to lead them to their death. These dudes ain't no good. These pastor porch house is horrible. And like, hey, we can't help Jake. We don't give you the truth. Extend the hand, show you a light. Cause I done showed my grandma many times. She done read it, got confounded. I can't believe that shit in there. I thought God couldn't hate. Oh my Lord. You know, sometimes you looking at her, she be blinking and stuff. It's like she having like she trying to rebuke. It's like it's messing her head up. It's like, oh Lord, let me not do too much for you to stroke out. You know, so it's like that movie The Matrix. Some people can't be pulled out; they'll die. They too used to the lie. So we just gotta let them lay, man. A lot of Jakes can't be rehabilitated.
That's the perfect reason why Yahweh Shah told his disciple. He said, "Why speakest thou in parables?" And he said, "Because it's up to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but to them it's not given. Those people in the world, it's not given to them. They're not meant to receive it. Because just like what I said, if they receive it, they will fall over and die. You know, what's that story you telling us about that Jake? You know, telling them about how Esau lived and he was panicking.
That was that young Jake.
Yeah, see?
This when I'm young in the truth.
Right.
I'm at work trying to tell a young dude the truth. And I just gave him a little bit, y'all. I gave him a little bit. It's like, man, his eyes, it's like he's about to have a panic attack. He's about to fall out. So I tell him, hey, man, go back and believe what you believe in, man. Hey, man, this is what I said to you. So that's when I found out that only certain souls can handle this truth, man. Like, it down there, man, it made that Jake instantly bug out on the spot. Just a little bit. I didn't give him a lot. I just gave him a little bit. And after that, I started saying, man, this truth is major, man. And only certain souls can handle it. You know, because Jake has been raised up in lies for so long. You come with something contrary to that, like, man, it can kill them, man. They minds is fragile. And I witnessed that. And it's funny, you just said, why speak to me in pearl? I just heard last week, Jake, my wife's brother, he was like, he got mad and told her, why the Bible in parables? Why should mysteries be made plain? She had to tell him, like, it's in parables because he only wants the wise. Right. He only loves it only dwell with wisdom. So Jake get angry. Like I said, Jake, they don't like to think. Right. You got to think. That's why the scriptures say, study to show yourself approved.
Study to show yourself approved, but work need not to be ashamed. Meaning, you got some Jake that don't want to do the work. That's the wisdom of Yahweh Shah.
Lazy.
Yeah.
They just want to be laid out plain, and they want somebody laid out to them beautifully and good. Don't hurt my feelings. Like I put out earlier, speak them smooth words.
Yeah, and that goes back into what Proverbs, what it said, the simple believeth every word, and the prudent man look well to the born, but the simple is punished. Luther paraphrase. There's two scriptures in Proverbs that speaks about that.
He got angry about that, man. Yeah. Why I got to be in pearl?
He wanted the hand out. That's what it was.
Why I got to be in mentor? I don't like that. Right. I'm like, damn, Jake, you don't want to exercise your mind. Think, shit.
Hey, one of the things that they have where they don't want to do the work, they don't realize when the Bible says you be baptized, that actually means for you to read for yourself and not depend on somebody else to read it for you and give you their breakdown, but for you to read it yourself And in order for you to get the understanding, you got to the Holy Spirit got to be bestowed on you, which on the other hand, because you need to repent. It's steps to this. You're not gonna be able to just roll over one day off the couch and pick up
everything
like that.
Edification go to building up. You gotta build up. You gotta start the foundation and work your way up. They don't want to do that. They want to just instantly lay it out like some paperwork.
Microwave.
Yeah, they want it instantly. That's society. Yeah. They're like fast food. They want it right now. They want all the mysteries right then and there. You know, it's a work, man. Like I said, we watched for 2 years Great Millstone before we started doing the work. To make sure we got the, edification. We were studying. You know, and Jake is lazy, man. Jake don't want to study. Jake don't want to work. I've heard Jake say, I don't like to think and make my head hurt. And I just like, God, geez, like,
and that's the perfect reason why, because, you know, I would do lessons every now and then. I would do lessons, you know, kind of like a fun lesson. I'll be like, you know, play games, you know, games like chess that allow you to think, you know, build your thinking muscles up. And, you know, and that's the main reason why a lot of Jake don't like to play chess, or, you know, certain games that allow you to think, you know, become a thinker. You know, they'll make little excuses and say chess is a white man's game, you know, shit like that. You know,
or the Bible's a white man's book.
Right, exactly.
Ain't even open up the look to see it talking about you, dude.
Condemning the hell out of Esau.
God.
Yeah, like damn, read, man. A lot of Jakes, man. Hey, I know a lot of Jakes I grew up when I was growing up. They made it seem like nigga was a bad thing to read.
They're saying in the world,
you read, you a nerd.
Yep.
I'm a nerd. I read. I got
before.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. You know, me growing up in the hood, I ain't never been like no hood nigga. I don't like to do hood stuff. Like they be out there gang banging. I'm up here reading a book about, you know, investment or just anything. I like to read, man. I used to go to Borders. We had that one that was at off of Harvard. I used to go in there to kill time just to read a book. Investment, culture, just anything, you know, that I feel would be valuable to me. And that's why I started praying. I was like, man, let me open up this Bible and start reading. And they blew my mind then. I opened it, but I couldn't put it down.
It's a quick precept. I'm going to back up Morocco as well, too. It's Isaiah 34:16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, and read. And it says, no one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. And see that? And it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord. What book? The Holy Bible. And it said, and read. All right. And ultimately, when you go into that word read, it actually goes into understanding. All right. With all that I get understanding. Okay. And so when the brother Marak mentioned that you got to be able to change your ways, ultimately going into not Revelation, but Romans 12:2. And it said, be not conformed to this world. Loosely paraphrasing, will be transformed by the renewing of your mind. All right. And it said, be not conformed, with that word conform actually goes into fashioning yourself to this wicked society. So when it says be not conformed, meaning your mindset, your behavior should not be after the fashioning of this wicked world, which is America, aka Babylon the Great. And it be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you renew your mind and govern your life according to the scripture. And that's how you repent.
Man, what beautifully put, that was very beautifully put, man. We got to be in the spirit of repentance. You got to change, and that's what it get down to. When we break it down, Jake don't want to change. Jake been doing good, especially if Jake got a bag.
Yeah,
Jake is considered successful in Babylon the Great.
Shit.
They were like, you little broke nigga. I ain't about to help you. Nigga, I'm over here getting money, nigga.
That's all you got to do is pay attention to Jakes like that, and then constantly read that scripture. Was it 1 Timothy 6:10, where it said the love of money is the root of all evil. When you see a Jake that loves money more than anything, just watch that person, and you see how much evil that Jake gonna basically commit just to keep that money, just to keep that bag.
In his mind, it makes sense.
Right.
What we doing don't make sense. They're like, man, you a little broke nigga. I'm over here getting millions.
And that's why we get on these false prophets.
Nigga. I'm stacking bread, nigga.
That's why we get on these false prophets.
They gonna say you hate.
God.
You a little bum nigga that's hate, nigga. I'm over here in my Hellcat, nigga.
Hey, Bishop Nate right there all day.
Nigga, I get your woman, nigga. I putting these racks on her, nigga, by that Berkey bag. You know, they talk like that, man. Them Jakes, man, leave them alone. Them Jakes is done, man. Right. They gonna be in a pitiful case when Esau, switch up gears on them. Then they gonna come to us, hey, cool. What you say the names was? And we ain't about to tell them nothing. Like, no, nigga. Yeah. Remember that bag, remember? Remember that Hellcat, remember your mansion, nigga? Go back to that.
Hey,
they gonna be confounded.
Y'all about to be out shot call on your guy.
I'm bring this out right here, man. Jeremiah brought this precept out.
Shalom,
Beautiful
shalom,
right
huh?
here, man. Shalom, Jeremiah. And this is Proverbs 25:2. It is the glory of Yahweh to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. That's why all the brothers in this truth, they're seeking out, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shai. Those are kings, man. And it said in that precept, a king gonna search out a matter, man. We're not gonna be like no dumb peasant. Like, shit, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I've been doing good. I'm getting bread and just staying out same lot. No, man, we gonna search it out. Like, hey, man, what you mean by they gonna crash the dollar? What's CBDC stand for?
Right.
I see they've been dealing with cryptos. What they say? What's the names? That sound about right, man. I never liked that name Jesus, man. That sound like some Greek stuff to me, A real king gonna search out a matter, man, because it's the glory of Yahweh to conceal a thing. Because, see, Yahweh's creating a separation. He don't want to bring in fools, man. Yahweh Shai's not dealing with idiots. So what he got to do, that's why he made the word in parables, because the wise gonna figure it out. And when you figure it out, that's a king matter. That's a kingly thing to do. Because King Solomon had wisdom. So you seek out the wisdom, you seek out the breakdowns, the wisdom and understanding of the scriptures. That's a kingly thing right there. Yahweh Shai look like, yeah, I could do something with him, man. He searching it out, he getting right. A lot of damage. He's incorporating in his life. I could set up a nation off that man right there.
That's it right there. Y'all about to y'all sound like I'm gonna use him to bring forth my will on earth.
Yep. And I can do that because why? He know of me.
Right.
He know my laws and commandments. He know what I want. He know what I don't want. He know my likes. He knows me. Our book is the spirit of the Lord.
Scripture did say, seek it, you should find. Jake don't want to knock or seek.
Exactly. They don't want to search things out. And they only wanted to be presented Esau say it. They got it what Esau said. Like I had a cousin. I had to quit dealing with her, man. She watched my little lessons whatnot. And I'm thinking she doing something. And Edomite, he tried to get on the Hebrew Israelite twist. And she was like, oh, I believe it now. The white pastor said it. I'm like, man, you finished, man. So I'm like, you need Esau to validate truth for you. I noticed when you in a mindset like that, you finished. Because the devil, and I noticed he came with a little bit of it, but he didn't give it all away. But I noticed when she heard that Edomite pastor say it, now she's like, I'm going to watch more. I believe it now. I'm like, you finished, man. I can't. You need Edomite. You need Esau to co-sign what's true to you. That lets me know you are totally in a slave bondage mindset. And she one of them Eves that like a lot of money.
Right,
She's real flashy, so I should have known. I think she was looking at it like, she seen the power, seen preaching, seen me into it, got interested. But when she told me that, I knew she was finished, man. She ain't gonna make it because she gotta listen to Esau what he say. And like they go back to what we said earlier, man. Like when I was saying it to her, she's looking like, entertainment. Like it sounds good, but I don't believe it. Then when Esau said it, he didn't say it like I did. And she's like, I believe it now. That's the first thing she said to me. I believe it now.
Right.
I'm like, after Esau said it, he didn't get the truth. Yeah, but for him to say it, I'm like, I don't even want to deal with you no more.
It goes perfectly with the very first precept we started out with. Rich man speaking. They installed it to the clouds, man. You gotta listen to the rich man just before you reach salvation, man. You all the way done.
It was I think his name was Kilpatrick.
Oh yeah.
The Edomite pastor. They got to say something to keep their congregation going. The truth is hitting so hard, they got to mix in a little bit, or they got to do like vocab, try to put up a defense against it. But the truth is hitting hard, it's hitting real hard. Where they hold Dr. Fletcher, Christianity don't feel it's dead. They like I did a lesson. They got to bring strippers in the church to get a congregation now. Like it's that back. They ain't got the truth. They ain't got nothing that's gonna help you, man. I'm looking at plans. Ain't nowhere in the world I can go sit up in the church and hear some pastor say something that ain't proper right now. This devil over here, he bringing out the sword. He running straight scenarios, and you ain't bringing out no prophecy. You ain't talking about none of this stuff what's going on in the world. You just sitting here, listen to the band, bring out about 3 precepts you done said in the same last 30 years.
Right.
Put something in your plate, and we're gonna come do it again next Sunday. And this devil over here killing people, running the whole game plan. I need to know what the hell going on. You ain't talking about what's going on. And then you want me to give you some money? And you ain't giving me nothing? Man, forget all that, man. I've been done cussed that pastor out. I done gave your ass about $20,000 and I don't know nothing. And then here goes some brother on YouTube. I ain't gave him $1 and he let me know everything. I know he saw every move because I listened to this brother on the YouTube. I just be, hey, I feel robbed or scammed. If I was one of them old people in the Plantation Christianity Church, I feel like, hey man, you robbed me, man.
I gave you half of my salary for 30 years.
Yeah, and you didn't give me nothing. You know, that's hey, a lot of these persons gonna be in trouble. I feel like when they get down to get down, yeah, you go. I feel like when they get down to get down, hey, they gonna come way. Like, hey man, them dudes, the men, that feel played,
they gonna be out there at his mansion.
Yeah, they gonna come like a mile.
I got nothing, you got everything. I gave you all my money.
They gonna have backs.
You know, he started working on that purge law.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna come for them. Like, hey, my mama. Matter of fact, I remember Jake got mad about that. Remember I think we was watching. It was a Jake. The pastor wanted to do a funeral in this church.
Yeah.
Remember that Jake talking about, hey man, my mama done gave all her life savings. I gave all this money, and we can't do no funeral at the church. That Jake was hot.
I think that was man. I'm gonna start finding that video.
I think so, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen,
exactly
man. You know what I'm talking
man.
about? Yeah, that Jake was mad about that. Like, all this money I gave up. Remember, he forced him. He's like, hey, you gonna have my grandma's funeral at this church. Remember, he came that strong for him, like, hey, you know, I done paid all this money.
I think,
yeah, because he spent a lot of money. His grandma, I think, spent all her money. They got the life savings. And then he said his uncles and aunts gave all this money. And he said they wanted to do the funeral at the church. But the pastor said no. You know, and then so the Jake, I think like Ox said, the Jake had to put a gun out on the pastor, like, you gonna have my grandma's funeral in this church, man. You got me fucked up. All this money we done spent, and you gonna tell me no? And my grandma gave up her life savings to you? Yeah, that Jake pulled a gun out on that pastor, man, and made him not to do that. So I'm like, it's gonna get funky in a minute. They realize, you know, they done gave up their money, and this dude done lied. Especially when they come to one of our videos. Pastor Elder Great Mills, I'm like, oh,
a lot of people it's gonna be too late. Like you said earlier, that's when the troops gonna come out the back. When they realize that, man, we done got played. That's all gonna happen in a split second. They gonna realize we done gave up all this money to this fool. He done went to the bathroom. Now the police coming up with him. Buses rolling up.
Yeah,
it's gonna be too late.
It's gonna be too late, dear.
Yeah.
Hey, we put the word out, man. That's the hand extended, that mercy and grace. Then we be doing less. Then we think we hate. No. We're exposing these dudes, man. Beating wolves to try to save your life. We ain't getting paid to do this. We work jobs to spit our ministry. We trying to get you in the kingdom of heaven. Because we trying to get in the kingdom.
We spending our hard-earned money we spending our own money just to get out here, you know.
Exactly.
It costs money for gas to get out here. You know, it costs money for these technologies that we use.
Phone bill. You know, we ain't getting no money for this, man. We trying to get in the kingdom of heaven. We trying to save ourselves and those that hear us.
Trying to get the blood off our hands.
Exactly. So we trying to give you the truth. And then Jake like, man, shut up, broke nigga. I'm about to go listen to TD Jakes. And then, hey, like Ox said, man, that shame gonna hit them as soon as their military uniform come out. Hey, some Jakes, you know, they got a little sense. They gonna know, like, oh, we done messed up. You know, and like you said, it's gonna be too late. They gonna be in the back. They gonna try to leave. Dude's gonna come in now, sit back down. You sit back down. You in the G54 section. Y'all go over. They gonna split the kids up from the parents. They're gonna be crying. Hey, the women gonna instantly start crying. Instantly.
What's gonna be cold is when they on their way to the camp, they ain't gonna even know the right name to call on for help.
Yeah, they're gonna be up saying Jesus.
Yeah, they're gonna be still calling on Jesus in the camp.
Ain't gonna be no help, man. We done told them the names. I told my family the names. They're like, what?
They don't remember.
I don't want to hear that. Like you said, they don't remember and they don't care. My grandma said the name is Jesus. My grandma got offended. You know, because my children say the name.
Well, the name don't matter. It's like,
yeah, my grandma get offended. You got them babies saying that name? I'm like, hey, they know the truth.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know. You know, it's gonna be bad for you. It's good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma got mad. Why you do that?
They're gonna be up in there. Yamaha, what was that they was talking about? Yokomoto.
They ain't gonna come to the beat.
They gonna be doing bad.
Yeah, man.
That strong and loose gonna be hard once they go to the camp. They ain't gonna like you on just snap, you know, unless you're part of their neck. It's gonna just be put in.
It's gonna be that shame. That's it. Hopefully, we get in the camp, we gonna know what to do. They don't. And plus, we're gonna be in the camp. It's gonna be a little calmness to us. We're like, ah, shit. Okay, we're gonna be soft.
We make it out the front yard. They might kill you in the front yard, but if you make it to the camp, they ain't gonna have you around the lost gates. They ain't gonna have you.
They're gonna separate you.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
They
you
gonna
been
already know.
Yeah, they're gonna isolate you,
They
put you in the
know.
hole.
Yeah, you gonna be in the hole. They already know.
I can see that too. I
Yeah,
can see that.
you going straight to the hole.
Right.
Like, nah. Like I said, they got the color list.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
You make it out
He
the
a
front
red
yard.
list.
Gonna
They
be
yellow.
Like,
Yeah.
They good. We can get them, re-educate them. Ain't no re-educating him. We
Yeah,
done seen him on YouTube.
He on the blacklist.
Like
now.
he's defiant.
Yeah.
Ain't no convincing him. Hey, take him out back and spray him.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Lord willing, they gonna get that. Hey, we gonna come back dripping in blood. Like, hey, do what? What? You know,
They
hey,
about
we
to whoop
gonna
my
lay it
ass.
to him.
I ain't just getting on the bus. I'm gonna be knocked out on the bus because they got to whoop my ass. I ain't just
God, man.
freely walking nowhere with these motherfuckers.
Hey,
Excuse
look, when
me,
that
I'm sorry.
standard get lifted, man, standard get lifted, it's gonna turn. They gonna mess up. That's I feel like when they put certain brothers that's in this truth in the camp. To me, that's like putting bombs in your camp.
Yeah.
Because that's going to change the tide because he's not these other Jakes. This Jake, no. And the Lord love this Jake. The Lord love this Jake. Esau done fucked up putting his hands on it. What he say? Do my prophets no harm?
Yeah.
Touch not my anointing?
Uh-huh.
They say Esau going to touch the wrong ones. It's going to blow up in his face, man.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah.
shit. This dude got spiritual power. And then, hey, little Mitchell going to get towed up. I'm going to be rumbling through your Jeep. I'm taking your rash.
The enemy come in like a
Like my
flood.
servant shall eat. I'm so is. You know, thank you, Esau. You know, and then we the fish turning the hunters. I'm be hunting out Esau, man. I might be
Hey,
going to other camp.
Hey, you gonna be getting them out of the cleft of the rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They gonna kick the door in, blue.
Yeah.
Make you a battle axe
You know?
in the war.
Right. Battle. Oh, man. Battle active. Man. Hey, that's. Ooh,
They gonna fly down on that military base.
Man.
They be like, oh shit, man.
I ain't
Something
gonna even
came
see
on
it
radar.
coming. We ain't even gonna show up on that little wicked ass radar.
Yeah,
It's
they
gonna
go
pop
on the
up.
radar just quick, like, oh shit. They gonna be scrambling.
You're like that cat, that Simeon Toko cat. After they just chopped him up, flew his body all over the world.
God.
They sent him around next thing. Who's they got the dough?
And what did he say?
Talking crazy.
There'll be many more of me to come.
Yeah.
And once they come, that's it for you.
They sit there like,
They probably shot
chop
shields to them Edomites, man, just to see that. I bet they're scared. Like, what the hell? We done chopped him up, sent his body. Did he right here? That's why Esau going so hard. That shook them devils, man.
Yeah.
That shook them devils to the core, man. This dude, he gave prophecy. He said there's gonna be more of me to come. He wasn't lying when he told them devils that. And they over, they like, and I think they trying to like organize. Like, okay, these might be one of those.
You could tell
These
it-
I could put a chip in them.
you could tell it scared them because they trying so hard to hide that.
Yeah.
Like they didn't want that getting out. Some man been regenerated back then. Yeah, they're like, oh no.
God, man. They already more precepts.
I got a couple more. We're going into when Brother Mubarak mentioned that those pastors is gonna get that rude awakening, man, because you're gonna have a lot of Jakes that they're gonna show up at the pastor's front door. So this is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1, and it says, "Woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor, says the Lord Yahweh Shai. Therefore, thus says the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, against the pastor that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away." All right, they taught them that white boy Jesus Christ, and they driven them away from the power of Yahweh Shai. And he says, "And have not visited them, behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing." All right, and it goes back to what the brother Morocco was saying, is that Yahweh Shai is going to send them death angels towards the pastor, and he's going to put it on the Jake that's in the congregation.
I got one back up that too. This Jeremiah Gabar, once again, man, it's gonna back up what you just said, man. Beautiful. This Jeremiah 11:11. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. Woo. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
All
Going to ox saying they will be hollering out Jesus, trying to hearken to the Lord. Lord be like, man, I ain't hearing them cries. I told you my name, and you cast it behind you. You called my prophets bums. Now you about to get your job. You ain't gonna be escaped. Like Ox said, they're gonna lead them in that building. They're gonna see the military dude. They're gonna try to go out the back, and they're gonna be already at the door. Like, nah, sit your butt down. Ain't no escape. We got you. We're gonna load y'all on the buses, and y'all about to go down real easy, And it's gonna be real bad for them, man. And hey, we ain't gonna feel bad. The blood off our hands. We told you. We gave the truth. We called them out. It said Mark goes to cause division. We told you Nate ain't no good. Junior Hunter ain't no good. Rakai, Naquan, No, none of them t-shirt friend scripts, they no good, man. They ain't teaching you what the MOTB is. They give you a little bit of truth, and then they give you some lies. That's GMO truth, man. That GMO ain't good for your body.
Yeah, like eating
Ain't gonna be
fast
good
food.
for your salvation.
Like eating fast food right there.
Yeah, it's gonna short circuit you, man. You better get that good food where you know that steak and potatoes,
Right.
that real hearty food. We start the Apostle Elder, the great millstone on down, man. Like my brother teaching this doctrine. It's the truth. And then like Ox said, he made a lesson called Crystal Clear. It's showing us that to be the truth. This devil was promoting. They got what? BlackRock,
Yep.
Sick Crime, Neuralink, Elon Musk. Like it's been promoted. So you can't say we lying no more. I'm at the point now. I'm like, do you really gotta have faith to believe that? Now you can see.
It's on the government website. You go up to I forgot what it called. What is it called? I know it's .gov, but I know you can go on the federal government website and they're actually telling you when they're gonna put this shit out. They're literally telling you that on the government website.
Like I said, the Fed now, the pilot program.
Yeah, Fed now, yeah. They got that on the.
That's July.
Yeah.
They about to be live in effect in July.
Yeah, so like, how are we over here lying and not giving you the truth when these devils telling you? And like I said, the devil, he at the point like, man, forget lying, I'm just telling the truth. They can't stop me. So like, what the? Jake, what's your malfunction? But we know what it is. You want that strong delusion, Babylon Jews.
The devil, like we so dumbfounded, you know. They kind because they'll tell the truth. It's kind of like that. That warning on the back of the cigarette package. Yeah. You know, the warning is this part of called cancer. Yeah, it's just like that. Even though I'm telling you the truth, they still ain't gonna hearken to it.
Still smoke a pack a day.
Yeah.
But like that warning on the pack, it don't mean nothing if you ain't got cancer right now. That's not about what can happen in the future.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So they ain't worried about the chip and everything because that's supposed to happen in the future. But one day it's gonna be in their face, and you're gonna have to make that choice.
A lot of people think it's not gonna happen in their lifetime. But
I was getting ready to say that. That's the spirit.
You know, they look at that's in the future. But one day the future gonna be in the next couple of minutes. You're gonna have to make a choice.
Yeah, it comes
You're gonna have to take this chip or get in line for the guillotine. That's what you want to do.
Looking like I said, the Fed now come on to what, July?
Yeah.
They're gonna partake with that.
They already got the worldwide currency. It's the worldwide called the international. It's the international. They got one
the XRP Ripple.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen in July too is the BRICS nations, they're gonna come out with their currency. And all of these countries that's talked about we want to join the BRICS. In July, when the BRICS nations come out with their currency, everybody gonna be like, we ain't even using the dollar. We're doing all of our business with each other. We don't even need America.
Right.
And once that happens, it's a wrap for the dollar.
Dollar crash.
Yeah.
And he got the next thing. He like, don't worry, here comes the Fed coin.
Yeah.
Line up at this facility. And they're gonna make it sound real sexy. Probably had a chicken, you know, a little business suit and heels. Come and get your honorary BlackRock Sick Crime device.
Yeah.
It's easy. The surgery is quick. Kind of like that mobile. Remember how she's promoting it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's easy. It's free. It's a real quick surgery. You get it. I feel like a sci-fi character. They're gonna do it like that.
They're gonna give everybody a debit card at first, though.
Right.
Soften you up, get everybody on board, and then they're gonna act like, oh, people money getting hacked. You know,
something new.
Yeah.
And then here, go get this.
Go
that
get
way
this.
Your card don't get took. And like if you a simple, scary Jake, which a lot of them are, they gonna line up and go get. And then they gonna come at us like, hey man, why you didn't go get my device? We gonna be over here like, I'm already growing stuff. We gonna be roughing it. And he might go feel offended. Like, how dare you not go get my stuff? You over here in the tent, and I don't want people to think you can live without me. Hey, round him up and throw him over here.
Because you know
Dude ain't even going to get my shit. He rather bum it out than go get my shit.
It's gonna be like that C19 situation.
Right.
They don't like use other people against you. They holding us up, man. They holding us back. We gotta get them off of the streets.
Back to that very first precept, man. When the poor man slip it, they will have to overthrow.
Yeah.
Call 1-800 numbers on you for not getting it.
Everybody, your friends, your stomach, their stomach start growling. Their stomach start growling. They'll call in on you.
They're gonna have the census to get that thing too. They're gonna like tell Jake, oh man, we got the station over here, and then after you leave the station, we got a bunch of chicken and 40s over here. Jake gonna be like, chicken and 40s? What, nigga? Yeah, let me get that chip.
That's good bait right there. Chicken and 40s. They gonna get a lot of Jakes on that one.
That's a nigga vice right there. Nigga, like, hey, you get a nigga some chicken and a It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of Jakes on that. That's a hell of a combination with Jake. Chicken and 40s. They gonna get all the nigga Jakes on that one. The whole hood, man. Like, yeah, nigga, man.
Give me 2 chips, nigga. I want a second plate.
God, man. Good one, Rock. That's good bait.
Man.
They probably hear all that say, that's a good idea. You know, they get ideas from Jake. Like, you hear that, Johnson? Put it in there. Give them chicken and 40s.
Hey, you stock on them, too. Stock up on them.
Slip malt liquor. Hey, KFC Church's stock gonna shoot up through the roof.
Give them that malt liquor, man. Give them that Mickey's and some shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, we not gonna take that. That's in the truth, man. We're not gonna fall for it. That's that snare, that trap the Bible talks about. Yeah, that's how they gonna get Jake, man. We not falling for it. We got the truth. Hey, we looking to sidestep this devil. You know, defeat this devil. The wisdom, not the understanding of the how about our shot is why truth is so important.
Be not ignorant to Satan's devices.
That 2 Corinthians 2:11. Spot on, man. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. And like I said, we ain't gonna be all, I'll give my chicken to my 40. We ain't gonna fall for that. You know? And look like I say, throw in some cigarettes, some Newports. Oh, it's a rat. It's a cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? Throw some blacks and some Newports.
Get your Swisher Sweets over here.
White Owl pack.
Hey, like you said, they're gonna do it like they did at one thing, man. They're gonna give out free donuts. Dispensaries to go get a free gram.
Just like they had that buyback gun buyback program.
They gonna have like what they had what they call it, drawings or raffles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lotteries.
Yeah.
Go get this, you in the lottery. It's about to be bad, man, but it's coming. So
They're
we
gonna
gotta
be
be
telling
ready
Jakes
for
they're
it.
gonna give him reparations.
Ooh, hey, that's
hey.
the snare. They're gonna. I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see them doing
I
that.
could be a millionaire tomorrow if I just
My chip gonna be loaded.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give out 40 acres in the mill.
Yeah.
hook me on up.
Yeah. Hey, like you said, that's gonna be a real snare. They got that on the books in California right now.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give them no money in cash. They gonna wait till after they get that
Yeah, the
bed down.
CBDC. Yeah, give it to them in digital currency.
They ain't even no money. That shit just a number on the computer.
You say something I don't like, it's over.
Actually, as soon as you leave, you gonna check it when you're there. $1 million on there. As soon as you leave out, walk out, your shit back to zero. You're like, oh, they got me.
They don't know it's gonna be a microphone. As soon as you say anything, crack can slip out your mouth one time. You'll shit down to $5.
They took your credits, man.
I seen this one video. They showed them where they were saying that they was giving people the UBI like $3,000. They showed it like a receipt, but then they start showing all of the charges.
I seen that. The little cartoon, I seen that.
$5.
Yeah, the carbon tax.
Yeah.
All the deductions.
They gonna deduct all your
The
stuff.
green tax.
Like
They
you
gonna do
said.
it like that.
They gonna check. You gonna be looking. You gonna be pimping up out there like you got $2 million. Then they gonna start hitting with all the charges. They gonna charge you for the chip.
Charge you for the procedure.
Yeah.
One needle to the hand.
Hey, you get done, you got about 5 racks left, $5,000 left. Like,
Yeah, you definitely gonna have enough to buy a Cadillac. You was just thinking you was gonna get.
played that damn devil. That's why I say never trust thy enemy, man.
For real.
Never trust thy enemy. He talking about doing man dirty. Y'all got my precept?
One more is Ezekiel 33 and 33. And it says, and when this cometh to pass, and lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
That's perfect right there, man. They gonna know. They said, let's go back to what Maroc said, man. They gonna be on their bus in their facility. When they come in them art fatigues, they gonna like, oh man, they gonna be trying to think of the name. I don't brother Great Millstone had the truth.
I should have listened to them brothers on the street.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They gonna, what's the name? What they say? They gonna be trying their hardest.
They trying the hardest to see. Was it Elohim? Elohim? Yahshua? Yahshua?
Kamehameha? I think something like that. Yahshua? Yeah, man. They gonna be in bad pitiful case, man. They gonna know the real prophet. They gonna be like, damn, they lied to us.
That's why they gonna have to
That bone
separate the
camp
real
was right.
prophets.
Yeah.
Because if you in the camp, you got like 1,000 people, and they really calling on the real name. That power in that name is gonna come forth. That's just gonna lift the standard up. They don't want that. They want you in the dark in the last day. Esau gonna have his defense up against
And
that.
you'll instantly go to leadership. They'll be all
Yeah.
scared. You're gonna be calm, and you got to run that. They're gonna come to you like, "What's going on? How can we get out of this?" You're gonna instantly go to leadership.
They gonna know.
What is it? What is it? What they say? He knows the truth. He one of them brothers.
It's
They
gonna
don't
be
want
easy
that.
to tell who know the truth because they're gonna be the ones that's calm in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they hemmed up too, they ain't gonna be panicking because they got faith in the fact that the both sides are supposed to move from you. Some way, somehow.
Mm-hmm. And then the women, you know how women, they automatically go to power. They be like, "Shit, he ain't crying.
Yeah.
He one of the real ones. What's going on? What do I do?" They gonna come with that. What do I do? And they don't want you to start lacing up the truth,
Nah,
man. They
they
like,
ain't
"Oh
gonna
hell
have
nah."
And that's why
You
we
go
have
over calming the sheep, then you gonna tell them what I'm about to do? No. They gonna snap their fingers, get him,
Yeah.
separate him. He messing up the whole mojo he working.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
he ain't
he wanted
trembling
it.
like the rest of them.
Yeah. There's something about that dude. That's why I think it's gonna strike fear in them devils, man. They snatch us up, and we're gonna be so calm. They're gonna wonder, like, man, what you got going?
Yeah.
Is it a bomb on you or something?
Yeah.
Why you ain't scared? Cause they told him Houston running down on Jake. Jake gonna be scared. They're gonna be used to that. I run down on Jake, he's scared. I ran on this Jake. He's setting up kind of like that movie Belly. Remember DMX rolled up on? He's like, I knew you was coming. You know, he got the preacher to him. Yeah, they gonna come on us, come sitting in the chair like drinking our thing. Yeah, I knew y'all was coming. I knew y'all was coming. What? Y'all say what? And they be like, what the? Is it bombs out here? Who you with?
You don't see this gun?
Yeah, they gonna be like, man, what
see
the
how
hell?
Jake DMX was shaking after that.
Yeah,
Man.
he messed his head up.
Yeah.
They used to run down on scary people. Man, that brother turned around, started talking with power and conviction, and he messed his head up. Like, the hell you mean you knew I was coming?
And that's
Who
how
with
Esau gonna be towards us. Yep.
Yeah.
Is it a sniper on me or something?
Right.
The hell, people confident like that is usually because something was with them. They got a military, something going on. Jake is confident they got something. They gonna be thinking like,
They
why are
gonna
you in
realize
this
you know
calm
something
state?
that they don't know.
Exactly. And they gonna try to figure out, man. They gonna be, what you know?
Yeah.
Who with you?
Yeah.
Where they at? What you got? You supposed to be scared.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like this, man. They might, hey. I said that calmness is gonna strike terror in them devils in their heart.
But you gotta think that's they blessing, the sword. And I'm standing in front of you with my best move, and you ain't shook. Man, I ain't got nothing else other than this. This my best move right here, and this ain't shaking you. You ain't got shit coming.
They gonna want to know, man, what's up with you? What you
Yeah.
know?
What you got that's liver than this?
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be, man.
Yeah.
I said, it's gonna shake them devils to see brothers calm. That Isaiah 33:6 gonna kick in, and that's gonna make everybody, like the women gonna flock. Everybody gonna be flocking like, man, this dude knows something, man. Tell me about your guy. What's the name? What you say?
It was that election shit. It was like, dude, it was like, show them it's gonna be more, it's gonna be with us than it be with them.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you ain't scared. It's more with us than it is with you. Chariots in the sky.
Nah, man. Okay, y'all got my precept. So with that, we hope this is edifying. We give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kadash.
Swam Yasharala,
Yasharala, baby. Keep that up a ball. Hey, keep that faith, y'all. We're almost up out of here. Keep that faith, baby.
The water for tuning in, y'all. The water for tuning in.
Yeah, we almost went for 2 hours. I don't even feel like it. My family up, bro. I got